3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
And David, hit that intro.
When you're not too busy, trying to waste some time. Watch every show, don't know where to go, you wish time would go by. I mean, I have a suggestion, do whatever you want with it. It's not your first, but it's not your last. Your second favorite podcast. Your second favorite podcast. The show that is just for you. Your second favorite podcast. We're not doing it for the few. Your second favorite podcast. Conversation all over the place. Just sit back and relax. Woo! Your second favorite podcast. Your second favorite podcast.
What's up, y'all? And Happy New Year's from your second favorite podcast. I'm here with Jada, and my name is Nico, and it's the new year. It's 2019. I'm not a big fan of odd years.
I should have said at the end of the last podcast, all right, see you next year.
I thought you did.
I didn't.
Dang, that's crazy.
Dang.
That's so crazy.
Well, technically, we're recording this. Do you not want to do that?
Do
Because you're already saying it in present tense.
Yeah.
Because it's dropping on Tuesday.
Right. So I guess, yeah, let's just talk about it like it's today. Like it's today.
Okay.
Welcome to 2019, babe. Does it feel different?
No, I'm so tired of seeing all the posts on Instagram. This is going to manifest in 2019. 2019 is going to be this year. Blah, 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 blah. It's probably going to suck for the first 6 months, and then everybody going to be chilling.
It's just crazy because I remember specifically when, like, the things that was going on at the beginning of 2018.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, it was terrible. So it's like, I can't.
The only good thing about 2018 was that Obama was still there. Still there.
Huh?
Obama was still president.
In 2018?
Yeah. He was leaving in the beginning. In the very beginning of 2018,
like
he was.
January 6th is where they commemorate him.
Yeah,
I mean, when they
that's
bring
the
in
only good thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I had to think about it. I was like, I don't know. Time is going by too fast. It's not even that. Actually, this year didn't feel like it went as fast as others. I don't know. It's because I was conscious. Yeah, I was alive. I don't know. I was just aware of the time, and then I was just kind of paying attention to everything. Mm-hmm. There we go.
That would look like. Would that look like a Power Ranger move?
Yeah. One thing I've noticed looking back on my old podcast is that my energy has been very low. I have no idea exactly where that energy goes when I start the podcast, but it's coming back in 2019, baby.
I think when you get into deep conversation, you do what you don't like. You do what you don't like to do. You go.
You do what you don't like to do. Ooh, ooh. You like that one?
No.
It's funny not being able to monitor myself. I can't hear anything.
It's whatever.
It's whatever. I got it. All right. So, what's your plans
I ain't got nothing
for 2019? What's something that you want to work on? You don't think nothing?
No, I'm good.
You think so?
I'm good.
Okay.
Well, no, my goal. Well, you can save $3,000 in a year. Yeah,
it's
that's a little
realistic.
bit of money. For some reason, I keep thinking that's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. It's realistic. You can do that.
I don't know. $500 a month sounds like a lot.
Seems like a lot.
That's a lot of money.
You feel like it's a waste of not doing anything. Like
No,
not doing
it can
anything
sit
with
there and save. Yeah, it can sit there and save. It's just a waste of money. Seems like $500 a month that just goes in the air.
Oh yeah.
Paying rent.
Right.
Because it seemed like when I had the apartment, it would just go out of my account. Where's it going? Seems like you shouldn't have to pay for shelter.
Okay. Yeah.
It's weird.
Right.
But I guess, yeah, that's one of the goals. to save $3,000.
Okay.
It's a good bit of change. Oh yeah, and I should be at Georgia State. Ooh. Hopefully I pass biology. Because I heard taking biology at a university is worse.
Probably.
It's way worse.
Especially if you're in bigger class loads.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. Georgia State's a huge school. It is a huge school.
It's a huge old
Plus, when you got to
school.
retake a class, it's just too much.
Mm-hmm. It is. I can't.
And I think you get on probation when you fail a class.
It sounds like an extreme word to use for school.
Academic probation,
Just
is that
for
better?
like restrictions, I guess. Not you saying it. Just the school
No,
using
I know.
that
I'm
as a
saying
term.
like it's the best. The other word is academic probation. Is that
Yeah.
better?
No, either one. It's just, anything probation just sounds bad.
Oh, okay.
Maybe some restrictions or withheld. Withheld sound like you're failing.
Yup.
My goals are stop talking about crap and do it. I get annoyed at myself this whole time. And it's not even like I'm not aware of it throughout my days. I'm just like, ain't nobody paying attention to me. I don't need to prove anything. So I'm like, I need to just prove it to myself that I can do it. Like making certain videos or applying for certain jobs or getting myself out there. Stop being such a shy person
Ain't
and
nothing
not
to
getting
it
out
just
there.
to do it.
So I'm just trying to figure out a way to document myself, like this podcast, baby. Episode 51. I'm actually familiar with this one.
Yeah, I stopped keeping track.
Yeah, but I like how the year ended with 50. That kind of felt pretty nice. Which means that we could probably take only 2 weeks off because it's 52 weeks in a year.
We can take 2 weeks off. Is that what you said?
Yeah, because it's 52 weeks in a year. So I'm like, oh, it's possible for us to just take 2 weeks off and get another 50. So by the end of this year, we could do 100. Actually, I actually don't really want to try to wait till a whole year to get to that 100. Because if we can't, and you know what? To be honest with you, I like to do some specials. Mm-hmm. You know, like special podcasts, maybe like a 30-minute version of it. And it's like a parter, not necessarily a full episode. You know,
Why can't it just be 30 minutes?
the 30-minute episode. No, that's my point. It can be. But I'm saying, like, somehow make it a special that's a little different from the actual podcast.
Which is what?
Maybe when you bring on a guest and certain topics dive into. I don't know. I just want to switch it up.
Okay.
I guess Jada won't be on those.
You do what you make. I don't get it.
It's like you ever seen a special?
I know what a special is.
Say like a Christmas
I'm saying
special,
I don't
right?
get why to just call it different things when you could just make it the part of the podcast.
It is your second favorite podcast. It's just
Is it a special
special.
mean you add in another one in the week?
Meaning we probably I don't know. I still haven't figured it out. But I'm like, okay, saying that we have a whole topic about something. And then maybe we have somebody on that can dive into it with us. Or maybe it's just us two. I'm trying to still figure it out. But I like to switch something up during the podcast.
Okay, yeah. That's always good to switch up something so it doesn't get bland.
Thank you. Explaining exactly what I said.
No, I didn't explain what you said.
You did.
I simplified it.
That's explaining what I'm saying, lady.
I guess so.
You heard me in your ear. She took off the headphones, everybody.
I told you to stop doing that.
I love doing that. Do you ever hear it in the car?
No, I don't play it in the car.
That's the funniest thing to hear.
You laughing by yourself.
Why do you keep saying that when I keep telling you the best laughs are
Because
by
I
myself?
like to repeat it.
You do. You like repeating yourself. I do too.
No, I like to
I do
repeat
too.
that. I
do too. Welcome 2019. Same old crap. So that's it, babe. There's nothing else you wanna set yourselves like a little goal, like anything else?
I got a life goal. I'm gonna buy my old elementary school. I can turn it into Hogwarts.
I'm like, oh, okay.
I think
That's
it was
a good life goal.
actually. I think it's actually a historical thing, a historical landmark. So no one can actually own it. But
You mean like what? Buy the building that they use?
it's a school, so I just buy the school.
What school do they use?
It's called Pennypacker Elementary School
Really? Where's that at?
in Philadelphia.
That's funny. Wow, that like
What's funny about it?
it diminishes the idea of the wizard school.
How?
It's like there's wait, maybe I'm not hearing what you're saying. What did you say?
Which part didn't you hear me say?
You said you're gonna buy Hogwarts, right?
No, I want to buy what?
You want to buy a school and turn it into a Hogwarts.
Yes, I
That's
want to
what
buy
was
my
getting.
old elementary school and turn it into Hogwarts.
I was just imagining if, like, you know, say that they shot a lot of stuff in Harry Potter in Philly, that would have like changed the idea of like this massive world. And it's like, oh, it's like right up the street.
You know, they filmed that right up there.
It's like I like to think that they actually filmed it.
Yeah.
Are you adjusting your levels up or down?
I'm trying to do it down because I started peaking, but now I'm doing it up because then I went too low just now.
Okay. I've realized that even when we don't peak, we're really low. I have to turn it up during that post. So I've been like watching other people use it, and most of the time this stuff do peak, but it don't really sound like it.
That peaking was, I thought it was gonna be annoying.
I think if
I
it,
guess I
like-
can turn it up now.
No, I mean, if you get to a point where you're just staying up there, then no. But you dabble in it, so I don't think you have any problems. You don't even talk that loud.
It's good. That's good
Yeah.
for me.
Not good for the podcast.
Hold on. All of your goals are consistent. You ain't got nothing else you want to dabble in?
Well, that's kind of. I want to lose weight.
All your goals are consistent. You ain't got nothing else you want to dabble in?
What do you mean?
They're all the same. I haven't heard anything different.
What do you mean? Same as what?
Either same as last year or something you constantly talk about.
Right. Because that's the only thing that I need to feel like I need to be worried about. Being persistent about things. Stop. Because I have the ambition, or I ain't even that ambition. I have the mindset to do whatever I want to do, but yet I don't know why, like I mentally hold myself back. It's like I'm constantly in a fight with myself to be better. I'm talking to myself most of the times about what I want to do and what I need to do, but because I don't know how to do it, I don't take action. And yeah, that's still going to play a part, and I'm not going to immediately get out of that. But the thing is, I'm always saying what I want to do, but I don't act on it. And that's my biggest problem. It's about being persistent. And that's kind of what I have to focus on. Even though I have said it all the years, but I have not done anything about it.
Yeah.
So, I'm not trying to say like, I don't want to sound like that. Somebody that keeps saying the same thing over and over again, but doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
So that's my goal. I mean, I have lifetime goals, but my lifetime goals are already set. But these little things have to be tackled.
They sure do. You're
But
going to be sitting here
I always
at
said
30.
the main thing is I need to tackle things at a smaller scale. Even my little persistent stuff. What are the little things can I deal with? Changing my morning routine. Maybe running for 10 minutes or trying to run for this thing, and do little things like that to tackle it instead of trying to go cold turkey, because that's what I'll be thinking that's what I have to do, is go completely cold turkey about things, or like to say that I want to go like I try to push myself too much. It's like, okay, let me just try to make 5 videos in a day. It's like, that's stupid. Let's see if you can make a video a day first. Let's see if you can at least, record something. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be short. It just has to be a video. Edit, get done. Workouts. At least 20 push-ups a day. Then push on to maybe 20 push-ups in every hour. Or then maybe 50 push-ups a day,
Right.
Tackle it in small scales instead of trying to push myself to the limit at the beginning when I'm just new to this, even my eating habits, not going completely cold turkey, but trying to cut back and add to. I was like, why does it smell like noodles?
Why does it smell like
My
noodles?
dad's making cup noodles.
Dang.
Yeah.
This is traveled all look.
Yeah. Is that okay for you though?
With what? Okay.
My ideas.
They're your ideas. I ain't about to say no. You
but
can't.
You said why,
you can't do that.
You kept asking me why it's not different.
Well, yeah, because I'm like, they are the same. So I'm like,
do you want what? Do you think? Is there something that you think I need to work on?
no, you said it all, but just feel like. I don't know. I just think there should be something different that you want that's different.
I mean, most of those. I mean, I guess the thing I can't say that because that's all I struggle with is persistence.
I don't know. I just kept thinking people get older and they want different things.
Yeah,
or
well,
more things.
When I think of that, I'm like, okay, they may want different things physically. Like, you know, maybe I'm not into games anymore. I'm into like that kind of thing. When you said that, that's what I think of. Less of like what I think I need in my life. Because other than that, I don't really see myself changing that.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like those are good goals then. Hopefully you can stick to them.
I will. You will, Nico. If you're listening to this, Nico, know that things are going to change. And that was a message from Nico.
I knew you was going to do that. That's why I took my headphones out.
You don't know me.
I knew you were going to do that.
What's my second favorite color?
Purple.
Orange. Baby blue and orange.
That's just something I don't know.
Yep. Get it together. New year, new knowledge, okay?
What's my second favorite color?
Purple.
Black.
That's not a color.
Yes, it is.
That's no color. Okay. That's cool.
Yup.
What you gonna do with it?
Do what?
Do it black.
I look really good in black.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's always the funniest thing to hear somebody say. You think so?
Yeah.
You don't agree at all.
Don't be talking. You ugly. Period.
Really? Okay.
I really don't understand that no cap stuff. I hope that dies.
You know what? Speaking of things that you would expect to go away, how come dabbing is still a thing?
Is it?
Yeah. Like,
maybe little kids are bringing it back.
well, it ain't gone anywhere. Like, certain dances, like the Dougie and Stanky Leg. I kind of get Stanky Leg. Dougie's kind of a cool little move to do every now and then, but it's just weird how dabbing is just kind of.
It's still there.
Yeah, it's just coasted with everything, no matter what. But I guess also the kids now are not at our age yet, and that's probably when things really started to change. Because I think about like our music, like with the Rich Kids and Roscoe Dash and that kind of music kind of died away once we got into high school.
Yeah, you can't do much dancing with trap music.
Yeah. Me and my cousin Travis, we was like looking up trap music, and the sound evolved because at first it kind of was like that Waka, you know, the brass, dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
It was like that. Now you listen to trap. They had it's more techno style with it,
and it's fast like Migos, like everybody sound like that. Like even Meek started doing that. I was like, yo, he better chill out.
Right, and it's weird because it's like that's considered trap music, but there's also a like trap techno music where it still has that same brassy sound, but then it's just this. You know, all these synths are playing and it's more pumped up kind of thing, but you can still hear it. It just seems like it evolved in a way. And techno is not what I thought. I thought that was techno, but no, it's not. Techno is more trippy.
Trippy?
Yeah, more like
is it
psychedelic.
Annoying? Oh.
More interesting sounds and just based off of sounds. Yeah, you gotta move his mouth somewhere.
Jada's touching the sorting hat from Harry Potter,
He hard.
and she's just amazed how he feels.
Yeah.
He looks scary in the dark.
Such a rough. Does it? It's
Yeah, 'cause
crazy.
you see eyes, but you can't recognize. You see a face. That's what you see.
Try to scare a little kid in the dark. Put like a little bit of a flashlight under it. Who stole my golden arm? I've been watching Living Single. Sorry.
Yeah, because that was very specific. I was like, where did that come from?
You know what I can't stand is when people ask rhetorical questions. I be just like, yeah. Because somebody, it's annoying. Like, I was sitting watching Living Single and they was like, oh, you must be off today. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon. You saw me today. Yeah. I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, so you like this show, huh? Yeah. I've been watching it since 2:00. I mean, I've been watching it since this morning. Why you ask me a dumb question like that?
You know the funniest part about that, I was trying to figure if you was describing an episode.
You weirdo.
And as soon as you said you started answering, I'm like, oh no, this is you.
Yeah.
I love my brain sometimes.
Like, if you're like going
Sometimes.
to the first aid kit and getting a Band-Aid, you're like, oh, you cut yourself? Yeah.
Maybe
What you think happened?
somebody else made a cut themselves. I guess if you're the only person, then yeah.
Just the rhetorical questions. I don't have time.
I always thought that rhetorical questions were only rhetorical if the person intended to be rhetorical.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Like, I was like thinking, I try to figure out if a rhetorical question is rhetorical if the person intends it. If he doesn't intend it, like, what if he like really just trying to ask a question and he,
Well, yeah, it could. Then that makes it That makes it not a rhetorical question. Rhetorical question is a question that you already know the answer to.
mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, that requires
why
no
is
answer.
Bill Gates rich? That's a rhetorical question.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I was just thinking about that as you were saying it. I was like, are those rhetorical questions or it's just lack of information and it just sounds like a stupid question to you?
Yeah, it could.
Is it still considered rhetorical?
No, it doesn't. No, it's not considered rhetorical
Okay.
anymore. But it is annoying.
I'm just wondering.
You
'Cause I'm like,
asking me a question that you could figure out if you just look.
Yeah.
Just look around. Don't ask me anything. Leave me alone.
Some people call those stupid questions. Stupid questions.
I used to do that at school. He's like, this might be a stupid question, but
There's no stupid questions, Shada.
Yep. There's no such thing as a stupid question, Jada. You're okay.
And then be like, so.
This one time in
social
Spanish
studies
class.
not math? Yeah, that was a stupid question.
Why do they call it social studies?
Study of being social.
But social studies was always history.
Mm-hmm. And how people interacted with each other.
I've never.
That was like about war and contracts and amendments and
okay.
stuff like that.
In Spanish class, I asked my teacher what does que quieres mean. And she said, what do you want? I was like, what does que quieres mean? She said, what do you want? I was like, what does que quieres mean? It was so funny.
What does it mean?
What do you want?
That's hilarious. That would have been a funny
You
circle.
slow.
I didn't get it. Thought maybe you was asking something, and then she was asking, "What do you want?"
Yeah, that was the confusion.
Yeah, I guess either way you think of it, it's still the same confusion.
Yeah,
Life,
basically.
you know.
Yeah.
Life is full of confusions.
You ever been in school and was taking a test and the power went out?
Yeah, I
That
thought
happened to
that
me
was so
too.
amazing. Thought that mean we was gonna be able to take another day, or or they were just gonna give us the grade. I don't know why I was so excited.
What
when
happened?
The
They
power
tell y'all
went
to
out.
finish?
Yeah, the power never really stayed off.
Oh.
Or it's like sunny outside, and I'm just happen to be in a class,
With a window.
right? Or it's gym. I hated that. Power out in this gym. I'm like, Doggone it, you gonna ruin my gym time. It's not like y'all gonna extend my gym time. Get that time.
Because
to
the
hoop.
power went out, we'll give y'all extra hoop day.
Yeah. As soon as y'all come in, we're gonna play. I love it how there was times where the gym teachers had to implement other activities, but everybody just wanted to do free play or whatever it's called. So they kept trying. Oh, we gotta do this. All right, y'all go. Yeah. Then all the girls were sitting in the corner somewhere talking. Some would play some other game, and all the guys would just be playing
Now
basketball.
it just looks stupid.
Really?
Everything we thought that was so important looks dumb now.
What does that mean? Explain, baby.
Like social status
Mm.
and
Social status.
how much money you got, what you wearing to school, what your hair look like going to school.
Yeah.
I used to always see this one. I think it was actually put in the principal's office. It says like 10 years from now, you won't care about what kind of clothes you had on or what your hair looks like. You'll be worried about what you learned that day or something like that. Or where did you graduate? Something like that. Something in the range of future and past
I just imagine it.
and
That was
accomplishments.
I just imagine there was a poster that had exactly what you just said
I
and
know
the way
your
you
goofy
said
self
it.
was about to think of that.
Learned. That day. And then there's a person like looking confused.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. But now it just all seems so dumb. It's like, why are you worried about it?
Yeah.
Why?
I kicked myself out of that. Well, I was never truly in that mood. Middle school, I was. High school, kind of stopped caring.
I guess because that's all you got. Like, all you got is to get dressed.
Yeah. You didn't have no uniforms or anything. That was great.
I had uniforms.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we didn't have to deal with that.
It's not that bad. That's something you used to. It's nothing. But when I did tell when I was leaving from Philly to here, they were saying all like, "Oh, they don't get to wear uniform out there," and I was like, "Yeah, they don't."
Yeah.
They was like, "You lucky."
I mean, see, the positive thing about not wearing a uniform was, I guess, obviously to be able to express yourself in a way. But I used to like put on.
Am I out the frame?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. What?
I used to put on. You ain't that far out the frame.
Nicholas, why you ain't say nothing?
I didn't know. You wasn't really in the frame.
All right. You gonna say not really. Just say move us.
Why
Dang.
you so far away now?
I don't like you.
So the best thing was.
What's an ew?
The best thing was, I used to put on like wristbands, and stuff on my book bag, and I like putting stuff on, and then especially on my clothes, maybe on my hoodie, I had a pin. Like I was always putting on things, so to be like, nope, that's not allowed. It has to be a plain white button up and some black pants.
After a while, it did get annoying. Like, I think it was because I left Philly knowing that all we had was uniforms.
Yeah.
Then I came here, and then we didn't. And then I went back to Philly, but I went to a charter school, which is more strict.
Mm-hmm.
If you wore anything, they was like, nope, get out. Or you getting rid of that. And that used to piss me off. I'm like, y'all not letting people be themselves. You just keep them in this strict uniform color because y'all don't want nobody dressing like hoochies. But it's like, if she want to dress like a hoochie, let her dress like a hoochie. It's like, it's going to distract the boys if they see your shoulder. Like, girl, bye.
The shoulder thing was the most hilarious thing to hear.
Or the knees.
Knees. Yeah, shoulders and knees. Because that's like one of the
Head,
biggest.
shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
That's one of the most attractive things about a female is her shoulders and knees.
Head,
Woo,
shoulders,
boy.
knees, and toes. Knees
I
and
love
toes.
me a good shoulder.
Guys were just weird.
But that wasn't even a thing.
I think I wore a push-up bra in like 3rd grade, and it was
Yeah.
like, ooh, Jenna got boobs. No.
Yep.
I think I did used to do the sock thing, put socks in my bra, and then eventually I was like, "This is stupid."
Yeah. It's weird, like how you would like adapt or conform to whatever
Society's pressure. You pressure us all.
Yeah.
Society.
I think TV kept that idea in line. Kept that idea in line because they were so extreme about things.
Yeah.
So it just made me not.
When's the last time you checked the thing?
It's still recorded.
Oh. What about your phone?
They both put the same thing.
Oh.
I mean, it's been 10 seconds. It's been to cut off. But I was looking.
Okay.
I guess I'll wait now. We're still recording the audio.
So why you stop? Why you stop talking?
You looked at me like, oh well, maybe you gotta be quiet.
No, I ain't look at you like that. I ain't say nothing.
I see. You didn't say anything at all. What's that? I didn't do
I
nothing
didn't know
at all.
what else to say. I didn't know what else to say. You take up all the energy in the room.
Do I? Is that what makes you be quiet?
You're suffocating, yeah.
No, it's not suffocating. I think it's just not allowing you to breathe.
Taking up all the energy in the room is
you
suffocating.
can breathe. I'm not doing that on purpose.
When you
Take
suffocate,
shine,
I
baby.
think you try to get some air, but you're not getting enough.
What is that metaphor?
So I can breathe, but I'm just not getting enough air.
Do you want to breathe?
I would like to breathe, yes.
Okay, well then go.
That's how I
Go ahead.
That's how I survive.
For the last 30 minutes, go ahead. Give me
The last 30 minutes?
No, we ain't doing no 30 minutes.
We're going to talk about Netflix. If you need us to sponsor you, just
What
let
is
us
that?
know.
What is these hand moments?
It's a lowercase n.
That looked like either an A or an upside down V. I didn't think of no N.
That was that was what I did when your mom said Alabama beat Georgia. I was like, ooh, Alabama all day.
Yeah, but that's like 8 times down.
Yeah, no, it's 2 A's.
That's how we used to do it.
I know what y'all used to do.
We don't keep.
You should
Hey,
figure out my
I
face.
ain't no playing GA. Give up what you say. Ain't no playing GA.
Stop.
Don't ever forget.
I forgot.
I just want y'all to know before we get into this, Jada's in love with a Georgia boy and she cannot stand it.
Not
'Cause,
unless I move to Korea and find me a nice Korean man.
well, you still was always in love with a Georgia boy at the end of the day. Don't mind it. But yeah, so yeah, we was watching Netflix, and obviously because of social media, we watched
2 movies.
okay, yeah, we watched 2 movies, but because of social media, we watched Bird Box, and we also watched Black Mirror. But that's
well,
not because of social media.
it's
because
not?
we
Why did we watch Black Mirror in the first place?
because I like Black Mirror.
Oh no, because what happened was the very first Black Mirror. I was when I was working overnight, and I was like, all right, we should watch Black Mirror. And you said that too. You said you wanted to get into it, but you never watched it.
Right.
And I was like, all right, I'm gonna start it, and I'll let you know. And then I was like, it was too
Really?
boring. Yeah, I said it was too slow
I think
because
that
it didn't. It took forever to start.
Okay.
And then
I
you
was
said you
told by a
watched it.
coworker of mine that to watch it, and I told him about it, and I said I watched this episode, and I'm like, he was like, oh, you at season 4 already? I'm like, oh, I started at season 4, so I don't know. I don't really
I
remember it
think that
going
was
like
after
that.
I told you.
But yeah, I don't remember.
That was after I told you about it because you said I already watched it.
Oh, so me talking to my coworker was after.
Yeah, it was after I said I couldn't watch it
After
because
you.
it was too much.
I don't remember. But okay, that's
Well,
fine. It
you
doesn't
knew
change the
about it
story.
first, I think.
I don't. As I said, don't change the. But I like Black Mirror, and I love
Okay.
its concepts
I didn't
of
know social media did.
shows, and the way that they did this one. We're going to be talking about the Black Mirror, the interactive Bandersnatch.
You gonna keep calling it audience interactive thing?
Yeah, because that's
Don't they get all technical?
That's their first one that they did, and they're really trying to push that more. I guess because also for audience attendance and
nice.
more engagement.
I want to start it over.
It's kind of cool. We watched it. We're gonna try to keep it spoiler free for anyone that did not see it.
Bandersnatch?
Yeah,
That's what we're talking about? Okay.
right.
All right, spoiler free.
See, this is what I'm talking about with the special. We could do something like this instead of doing that on first times review. It's kind of easy. We already in the setting.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm sorry.
dog, what are you laughing at?
I did. Because I did that fish thing with my mouth.
There you go.
You did it first.
I did that? Oh no! Now there's something else I gotta look back and see. Cause I sure didn't.
You just kept talking, and I was like.
So yeah, we saw that. It was pretty cool. It's supposed to be choice based, so based off of what you choose, it's what the
how the story will end.
how will the story will end and how it will progress, which is very interesting. There's no way else to explain this without really giving any spoilers. But
Just pay attention.
yeah,
Even if you choose the wrong answer, don't be all confused. Just
Right.
pay attention afterwards.
every choice you make has its designated ending. So there was no wrong way of doing it. It was just you picked one and then that was a shorter ending or that was just a shorter story. So because that was the only thing I was trying to figure out. I was like, was there a designated ending that we needed to go?
Yeah.
Did we lose? It's like, no, every choice was an answer.
Yeah.
I mean, every choice
And
led
what
to a
I
different ending.
learned from it was that no, all I kept thinking about was the road not taken. And I just kept telling you that by Robert Snow, I believe that's his name. The poem "The Road Not Taken" is basically a man taking a trip, trying to get home. He gets between the fork in the road and he chooses either to go right or left. He goes right and then thinks about how he should have went left. But then he realizes in the end that either way he would have got the same result. So the moral of that story is basically you make all these choices thinking you make all these choices in the beginning and then think back of the choice you should have did, but really either way if you made the choice you would have got the same result. So like if I would have stayed in Philly, this is what I can think about. If I would have stayed in Philly and then if I would have stayed in Philly, and like went to college and stuff, eventually my mom would have still went down there.
Down here?
Down back up there.
Okay.
Because the end result is my mom's in Philly now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I would have stayed, we would all just still been up there.
Interesting.
I was trying to do like if I would have stayed in Philly, we would have still been together, but no, there's no way that would have happened.
Sure wouldn't have.
Yeah.
It sure wouldn't have.
But yeah, that's just what I thought. So think about that when you're watching the Bandersnatch. You make all these choices, no matter. And I just kept thinking of when we said yes, and you said we should have said no. I just kept thinking, well, maybe we should have just. No. Well, maybe it was inevitable.
Right. Right.
That's what it seemed like. It was inevitable.
Some things were. Without.
I think that's why they kept skipping it.
Right.
They skipped a lot of stuff.
So, okay.
Come on.
So spoiler free. That part is ending. But you give your how do you feel about what's like your grade 1 out of 10?
I like the idea of it, but the storyline could have been. The storyline seemed like it made sense too, though. I just don't like English people. I can't understand them.
Okay, very.
Maybe. They should have did like White Bear. They should have did that for White Bear. Nah. Okay. Well, maybe the same girl. Yeah, they could have made this did an alternate universe where it was the same girl and she went along with killing that little girl or something like that. I don't know. That was kind of cool. You don't think so? White Bear?
Yeah.
So, you kind of making the choices for that girl?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that might be cool.
I felt like they made that episode with that in mind. where like they made the recent one with that show in mind.
Okay.
About like all those choices. Oh, she was kind of stuck in a cycle anyway.
Yeah.
So either way, you probably would have been still on display and whatever. Yeah, that would have been cool to do it for that. But
all right, I'll give it an 8.
okay, give it an 8.
Yeah.
I give it a 9, mainly because it was cool. I love the concept. Like you said, though, I wish it did a little bit more, and it felt like it was short.
Yeah, I think it's because they felt restricted because they're like, all right, this is a lot of work. You said they even had to record it twice. That's a lot
I'm
of
thinking
work.
like, you have to record every single outcome, and
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
You had to think about it. Okay, we're in spoilers, but as he was drawing the little chain that for his game,
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I'm pretty sure that's how they would have to do the video.
That's barely a spoiler. They show that in the trailer.
Exactly. Okay, so yeah,
So you're good.
So they will probably have to record that like that, and it's like, okay, even though you pick here, you're still going to go here, here, and here,
Yeah.
and then you got to, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of planning that went involved for that.
Yeah. So for the production, that's why I give y'all an 8.
But it's cool because I'm not faulting for that to be. It didn't really feel short. I guess if it felt longer, it probably wouldn't have kept my attention for too long because I would have been frustrated. So it wasn't a bad time. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I like it. If you haven't seen it, I would go suggest
I think it was
to
the
watch
English
it.
accents. That's what I didn't like.
I like it. I like watching English people talk
I didn't like it.
because it almost takes me out of the element of I know what's about to happen. I don't know between the whole dialogue
With
and
most American movies, you feel like
you see where it's gonna happen. But Black Mirror, it makes me like, maybe that's why I like Black Mirror so much, because I really can't tell the direction of the show.
That too.
Because it's not my typical dialogue.
In the getting into Bird Box, I felt like I knew it was gonna happen at the end.
Jump. Okay.
I feel like I knew it was gonna happen, so I give that a definite 7.
Right. Okay. To end it off on the Black Mirror thing, it was you should go watch it.
Go watch it.
Keep the remote in your hand. That's what they say.
Just pay attention.
Just pay attention to it.
You can't just like watch it and have other stuff going on around you.
No, don't be on
Watch
your
it.
phones and stuff.
Put your phones away,
It's
kids.
actually seemed to be kind of fun if you had like maybe 4 people or 3 people with you. So all y'all got different options or
you
choices.
only got a certain amount of time though.
Yeah, I think it's 10 seconds.
Y'all be decisive.
Right. It's cool that spoilers. It's cool how essentially the thing that you're doing is what the show is about or what the episode is about. So yeah, go check it out.
It's not a spoiler again.
Huh?
You didn't spoil anything.
I really feel like that's not something that you know before getting into it. You know, like you don't know what the whole show episode was about.
Yeah, when I saw the trailer, it did look just a normal
Episode or whatever. Okay, so spoilers. I mean, not spoilers. Bird Box. Constantly been seeing it on Instagram and all that other stuff. Twitter and all these memes are coming out for it. And so obviously we was like, hey, let's go check it out. Let's just see what this whole thing is about. And how did you feel about it, babe?
They was promoting it on social media like it was the strange thing about the Johnsons. The strange thing about the Johnsons was good. It was good.
No.
Bird Box was not that good.
Yeah.
So like I just said, I gave it a 7. But it's only because I gave it a hard 7 because of I like the idea of the world coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we going to do? And what's going to happen to mankind. So I like those sci-fi ideas.
Right.
So that's why you get a 7 from me. But they could have, and because they were doing a flashback into the present, that took up a lot of time. So they couldn't really do a good ending.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think that I don't mind the flashback aspect of it because it basically, without that, because essentially all that we see at the beginning is like what led up to that point.
Yeah. So
I guess technically that is the movie without the backstory. Basically, I'm not saying that what you're saying is why why they did that, but it just was interesting for that to be.
Okay, well, they took so long on the love scenes. Well, they could have made a better ending.
Yeah. Okay. Without all that filler stuff, the movie's probably an hour long. Yeah, it's probably like an hour long without all that other stuff.
It would have made sense without the fillers.
Yeah.
They could have made a nice extensive ending. Or like, I don't know how I wanted it to end. I think I did say I wanted them all to die, but
Yeah.
maybe not like a colony where they're all blind. Maybe like
Let me see your phone.
Greek gods inhabit the earth and kill those monsters, and like, all right, now you gotta worship us.
Yeah.
Something cool like that.
I don't know what it was, but I want to say that the thing that really bothered me was I don't get what they're looking at.
They said it was a monster.
Yeah, but what makes them feel like they need to kill themselves?
To
Like,
go be with that dead person that they keep talking about.
Is it like, it's just mesmerizing? Is
Yeah,
it
maybe.
beautiful? Like is it the idea of like when you see it, it makes you want to die because that's what some reason know that's how you get there? Like what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was explained.
Hypnotism.
Maybe it was explained and I just didn't hear it. But that was the only part that was kind of leaving me.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to look up this movie. That was the only thing that was kind of making me like not.
I can't.
Too
You can't
into
watch a
it.
movie that doesn't tell you anything because you get on my nerves.
What?
Like, well, why? There's some movies where they don't tell you. They want you to interpret it for yourself.
Right, and that's fine. Where it's like, if there's questions for me to ask that kind of leaves the movie a little, I say open or dry. It's like, then why? Like, what was the point of like? I want to understand why these people should be terrified. Except for like why the blindfold thing, being blindfolded, and when you see it, this happens. Like that part, you convinced me that's terrifying because I wouldn't know what to do in that world.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay. Also, I need to know, how do they overcome? Maybe what's the loophole, or
Yeah,
what
like
if there
there's
was
always what'd you call it?
So it's like, if there is a loophole, what makes the loophole not work as well, or
Yeah. It seemed they made no outcome. Even in like the zombie movies, there's some thing you can go through where like Resident Evil, they had that Supergirl who kills them all. And was it World War Z?
Right.
Everybody got infected, so they didn't get eaten by all the zombies. Like, yeah, there was always something that stopped the world from completely going to an end. So.
I guess it ain't Hollywood's fault or whoever made the movie, but it reminded me of A Quiet Place, which is a movie that just came out, which was about them having to be quiet, and every noise that they make, that monster comes after them or kills them.
I heard
But
of
then we
it.
got
I
to
heard
see
of
that
it.
monster though, so that was kind of that satisfying. It's like, oh shoot, that thing is terrifying.
I want to see that. Where's that at?
I don't know. I think it's still in movies.
Oh,
Maybe. And then that movie where they went blindness. So it was like a blindness and A Quiet Place put together.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I guess not disappointed myself because it was an okay movie.
Yeah, it was okay.
I think it's because of social media overhyping it made me disappointed by
Yep.
it.
Definitely.
Because that seems like a movie that would have just been on Netflix and nobody really was talking about it, But it wasn't bad. I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Won't rewatch it. It's not a rewatch movie. It's a movie that you watch at the time.
I'll rewatch it to
like
see Tom again. He didn't take his clothes off though. He always wears a shirt.
Oh, you go to Rotten Tomato and put a review, and it's like,
Why is he always wearing a shirt?
you don't never take your shirt off.
No matter how hot it is, no matter even just to make it a tourniquet or a blindfold. Could have made a tank top a white beater blindfold. Nope.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, Bird Box, cool movie. pay attention, because if not, you're gonna be like, "What just happened?"
And they do a lot of whispering, so have your volume on 30.
That, and also be quick. Keep the remote in your hand on this one too, because they also like to turn up the volume, like every movie does. So just
with the water going around. What was the other movie that was a lot of whispering that we were watching?
stupid Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic Beasts. Fantastic Beasts. Fantastic Beasts. No. Like, what's that?
And his father is
Yeah.
Expelliarmus.
I love that. I love the fact that that was a common thing that people was talking about how that was how that was going. It was a lot of whisper. Even at a theater, you're gonna be like, what are they saying? Nobody's talking, but yet you still can't hear the movie. Yeah. So if you ever go into the movies to see that movie, don't be the distracting person, because people really gonna be mad at you, because they're gonna think you're the reason why they couldn't hear.
When it's really the movie's fault.
Yeah, I know.
It's not the actual theater's fault. They got a high volume. The movie is silent.
But deadly.
Dun, dun, dun.
Deathly Hollows. Okay. So went into here?
What's your favorite Harry Potter spell?
Not a spell, but I like the cloak.
No. Okay. What's your favorite Harry Potter spell to say?
Oh, I don't really know them that well.
Oh. Well, it looks like you gotta watch it again.
Maybe. We'll binge it one day. Thank you, y'all, for tuning in to this podcast. We had a great 2018. Not as far as viewership, but it's the fact that it was great for anyone that's listening to this consistently, and I appreciate you.
You've watched us grow.
Listen to us grow, and also look at your boy rhyming there. 2019, we're gonna make this great as well, and I hope you're still here following us.
Be there or be square.
Be square pants, and share this podcast with every single person you know. Go to your iMessage and text, and be like, "Yo, y'all gotta listen to this podcast." Sometimes it's crazy, sometimes it's all over the place, but guess what? It's your second favorite podcast. So, also, go to youtube.com, JCMN Network. Like, share, and subscribe.
If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. It's been great to play and sing together
In the box.
And now it's time to say goodbye. You can't even hear it in the mic, but oh well.
That's why I try to do the.
You did that?
I tried
didn't hear you do that.
I don't know how on beat it was, but we'll see.
Peace out.